For homeowners, one of the worst things to deal with can be water damage. And all of us here in Western Washington know we get a lot of rain and water around here. So here with useful tips and reminders is Jennifer Hawton from PEMCO Mutual Insurance. Welcome to New Day.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here and give you some good tips to avoid water damage in your home.
We all need this. So what is water damage for someone that doesn't know, and what does that look like in an average home?
Yeah, so water damage is when water gets somewhere that it shouldn't be. And it's sneaky. As we all know through our, wearing our waterproof boots, they get in and it does the same thing in your home. You can see it here in a ceiling.
Yes.
It can sneak in, it can wick, and it can really cause a lot of damage. It is one of the most common insurance claims. It's about 25% of insurance claims. And the average cost, not to homeowners, but the average cost to fix it is $14,000. Wow. And that is the average. And I've seen ones where it's a $7 part and $1 million fix.
And so it could have just been as simple as buying, a certain part to save you potentially a big headache.
Just go to your local hardware store and get a new toilet supply line.
Definitely.
These are not tough things.
And so we want to talk about, too, homeowners can effectively monitor their property for some early signs of water damage, starting with your first tip and tool and method, maintain. Tell me about this.
So first of all, one of the most important things to know about water damage is it is largely preventable.
Okay.
So if you maintain your water supply lines, your water heater, look for corrosion in your water heater. Look for small things. But these are the things that maybe you learned from your grandparents or, the handyman down the road, right? Take a look. Make sure that you're looking at your water heater and flushing it twice a year.
Okay.
We recently ran a survey and most people thought it was once a year. 60% of people thought it was once a year. It's actually twice a year. And PEMCO tip, our claims adjusters replace their water heaters at 10 years.
Wow.
No matter what the manufacturer's thing says, because those go catastrophically.
That is such a good tip.
So you want to keep an eye out for those.
Yes. And your second one is monitor.
You want to monitor. And there are some really easy ways to do that. We are used to having smart homes these days.
Definitely.
And they've done some really good work to put smart devices that can monitor for water leaks. So you would want to put this behind your refrigerator, near an ice maker, under the sinks in your bathrooms, near a toilet, anywhere that there is water running. And not only can they keep an eye on it, they can alert your smart device and let you know. So you can run home and shut off that water main.
That is
You got to
so
know
amazing.
where your water main is.
True.
Do you know where your water main is?
I bet I will after this segment. Okay, and then inspect. I love this. Inspect, inspect, inspect.
Inspect is being vigilant throughout the year to see if there are any early signs of damage. So this is things like your water pressure goes down. Suddenly your dishes aren't getting clean like they used to.
Yeah.
And that may be a water pressure indicator. Your water bill goes way up and you don't have you haven't started a dog wash. So you're wondering why
what's the
water
change?
bill has gone way up. And even so far as to keep a nose out, smell for those musty smells, something that seems a little bit off. So just being vigilant throughout the years
could save you a big headache.
Save you a huge headache, because the vast majority of water damage claims mean that people get displaced from their homes. They're living in a hotel.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, or they're trying to cook on a hot plate in like the corner of their
For
kitchen.
Thanksgiving is going to look a little
You know,
different
it's
this
going to
year.
look a little lower
Yes.
bar than you want.
Do you have any stories too about homeowners experiencing water damage that you can talk about?
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, 25%, there's going to be a lot of stories.
Right.
So the one I was telling you about earlier, somebody went on vacation and they came home to their entire home needing to be fixed and remediated.
Oh.
And it was $1 million damage, and it was because their toilet supply line needed to be replaced. I kid you not, $7 part.
That's all they needed.
My parents, so somebody in my family,
Right.
And the refrigerator hose, which is something most of us don't think about, and this is part of why PEMCO is really pushing on these tips, because they're so simple, but not everybody thinks about them. So your refrigerator hose, please replace it with a stainless steel one.
Oh, that's
The
good.
plastic gets brittle,
Yes.
it bursts, and it's sneaky. It goes under the floor, and it shows up, yards and yards and yards away from the refrigerator. And then the whole floor needs to be ripped up. My parents were out of the house for 5 months.
Wow.
So
These are such amazing tips. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this information with us.
thank you. You gonna go find your water main?
I promise, right
Okay.
after this. And to get in touch with PEMCO Mutual Insurance and learn more about what we discussed today, just visit that website that you see right there on your screen.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by PEMCO Insurance.